Hey there, welcome to one of our segments here at BME called BME Stories, where we get to know our clients, our team members on a more personal level. So we get to know their experience, their lessons in life on how they are right now, and from experiences that help them to be more successful in a way. So if you would like to know and sound up that, join me. I'm your host Wally, as we are joined today by our guest. She's Eunice, our lead project manager. And how are you? Thank you for being here, Eunice.
Hi, Wally. It's great to be here. Great to be interviewed by you.
Yeah, same here. Well, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Um, Busy, of course, but happy that I get this opportunity to be interviewed to speak with you and share some of my experiences before and while I'm here in BME.
Yeah, I would agree. With the sound of your voice and your radiant glow right now, I can tell that you're really doing great right now. So, without further ado, I just want to ask, when did you start at BME?
Okay. I joined BME last year, January 25th, and I mean, this coming 25th is going to be my first anniversary, and I'm pretty excited about it. Who would have thought?
Right.
It's been a year. It's been too fast, and it's really great thinking back or looking back from where I've started and where I'm at right now with the team. So there.
All right. That's great to know. Happy to know that as well. And at least you're still here. All right. So, what are your impressions with BME? And did they meet your expectations while you're here right now?
When I came into BME, I know that it is a growing company because my whole career journey has been in the corporate. So it's more I've worked for big companies my whole career journey, and this is the first time I'm joining a growing company. So I know that there will be opportunities, but with regard to my first impression, I know that the company values relationships. They've been vocal about it. BME's been really, I mean, in an everyday basis, BME is reiterating how we value relationships, we value open communication and feedback. This is where I learned that, feedback is a gift, it should be valued. So you have to be a better person in taking that constructive feedback because that would make you a better person and be better at your role. So I'd say that that first impression remained true to date up to now because up until now, I'm still receiving valuable feedback from my leads, from my managers, and at the same time, I'm able to do that as well to my team, being able to give that feedback, that constructive feedback to make everybody's work easier and make them more help them become more efficient with what they're doing.
All right.
So in my work, my go-to person has always been Andre. So we try to figure things out together for the good of the project management team. And when we hit a dead end, I know that we will always have Danielle to back us up and to help us, guide us, since she's been very supportive ever since I started here.
That's great to know. So it seems that BME spirit runs in your veins, Eunice. So continue doing that. All right. And I just wonder, what was your role when you started with BME?
I started as a project manager here in BME, and it has changed ever since I started. So right now, I am or I was given the role or of the lead project manager. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's something that I love doing. The best thing about that role is having that opportunity to build relationships with the team members and learning more about them, and at the same time learning things from them as well. Because I believe that it should be a two-way street. Being able to share my experiences, not just in personal, not just with work, but with personal experiences, with my personal experiences, and at the same time, I am um, getting more, getting more as well from the team. So I am happy that I was entrusted with that role. And though I know that it is challenging because of the work volume, but there, I mean, one should know how to prioritize. Well, prioritization is my best friend nowadays. So, but right now, even if the role is, I mean, the volume of tasks is really great, I'm still interested to knowing more about design, marketing strategy, because I know that would greatly help me in becoming in becoming better at my role as a project manager who's handling projects and leading the team at the same time.
All right. So it seems that you really are forged by fire. So I'm just wondering, you're still challenged by some aspects of your work, even up to this date.
Yep, it is pretty challenging because every project is unique. Every person you have to deal with every day is unique. So um like what I said, every project is unique, and every project has its ups and downs. There are days that you would celebrate, and then there are days that you would have to think further on what else can you do to make things better for the project or for the client as well. But the best thing about handling a project is being able to build that certain level of relationship with the client, be able to help them realize their vision and be a part of that big step for their business. So working remotely, thinking back, I love working remotely as I get to spend more time with my family. I was freed from the daily routine of wasting precious time braving the city traffic. So I really
That's
love
right.
working remotely. So um but working remotely has its challenges as well, of course, since I'm at home, I'm with the kids. So I learned how to compartmentalize. So when it's time to work, I focus and dedicate my time to work, and it's a matter of building that certain discipline with the people that you are with at home, and they have to understand that we have certain responsibilities at certain times. So there, and when it gets really busy, I prioritize and keep in mind that there's only so much I can do. That's one thing that I really learned as I grow as a person, that there's really just so much I can't do everything. I can finish everything today, but what's important is that I do my best. I do the best that I can in every task that I work on. By
Couldn't agree more, Eunice. I'll
Yeah,
try to ask you to repeat that once again later, and so I can take down notes as well. Okay. All right.
yeah.
So I just want to ask as well, in the multitude of projects you're handling, which one do you enjoy the most working with?
I don't play favorites, but I do. But my most favorite part, not person, is when I get to the point of launching a campaign. That feeling of seeing everything that you worked for in one piece. So there, that's the best feeling in the entire project phase. That's the best feeling. That's my most favorite feeling.
All right. Now it's time for me to take down notes once again. So can you give us some piece of advice that uh, that thing that you're doing day in day out to be more effective in your post as a project manager?
Okay. Again, like what I said, I'm more into prioritization. I have a certain rule that I apply every day. I have my 1, 2, 3 rule. One, I check my inbox. Two, I check my task list. And three, I check the workboard. So those are the three things that the top three things I do every day. By doing that, I'm making sure that I get I get to see what needs to be prioritized. Although we do have our daily momentum planning, And I really love doing that because it gives me that direction on which tasks to focus on for the day. And then supplementary to the daily momentum planning is my 1, 2, 3 rule whenever I begin my day. So there, I always look for a way to make to do things in a more efficient way, to do things faster. Like if I'm doing something and I think it's taking too much of my time, I look for a way on how can I shorten that time, but be able to still provide um good results. So there, I prioritize, and I'm always after continuous improvement. There's always a room for improvement. It will not always be perfect, but what's important is that you get the those bits and pieces, those bits and piece learning pieces that you would need to apply if you get into the same situation. So there.
I heard around that you were using Promodora, is that correct? How effective is that for you?
Yeah. Because uh it really helps a lot for me in focusing what's the task at hand. Um, when I use that tool, I usually go on busy because it helps me focus because I easily get distracted with notifications on chats and emails, worrying that it might be urgent. So I I do it that way. When I use Pomodoro, I also put my status on busy to make sure that my focus is entirely on that. So whenever I write in my daily momentum, whenever I get to that point of doing that specific thing that I need to do for the day, my number one to do for the day, I set the timer for that for the Pomodoro timer and then set my status on busy just to make sure that I give my 100% focus on that specific task and get it done the fastest that I can.
Friends, Promodora, by the way, is an app that helps you time yourself on how efficient or fast you are on a specific task. So, thanks, Eunice, for sharing that experience. And also, this is a new year, so definitely you want to aspire for something better. So, is there any hopes that you're looking forward for this great year?
I'm excited about this year. Aside from the initiatives that BME has launched for the team, and which I really appreciate. I am excited about the continuous growth of BME and the opportunities that are waiting for the team. Opportunities for everybody to learn new things, step up, and maximize their potential. But I know that I mean, being scared is normal. I mean, change isn't easy. Change sometimes isn't easily accepted by most people, and being scared of change is normal. But being paralyzed by fear isn't. So I know I said that growth brings opportunity, but with it comes a lot of responsibilities, and it would really take really dedicated people to make things work. And I know that I am with a dedicated team of people who's really giving their 100%. Like what Daniel always say, it's 101% dedicated people who's really focused on achieving the goal. So there.
Remember, I'm one of your teammates, so I believe I'm part of it, right?
And I'm
Okay,
proud of it.
thanks, Eunice. All right, so what do you do in your leisure time if in case you're not working here at BME?
Okay, I usually cook. I love to cook. I love whenever my kids ask me what's the food for today. I always tell them it's uh, beef experimento or depends on whatever's in my fridge. So it's always chicken experimento or fish experimento because I always look for new recipes that would surprise them. Sometimes they would love and sometimes they wouldn't love to eat so much, but I really love to cook. It's my love language, I'd say. That's how I show my family how much I love them and take care of them by way of cooking for them and taking care of them. So there, so that's how I really spend my day, my weekend. So aside from work, that's what's really keeping me busy.
Thanks for sharing that, Eunice. And one last thing before I let you go, I'll take this precious time to ask you because you seem to be more glamorous and more gorgeous today. So it doesn't seem that you're stressed with work or with any task that's assigned to you. Could you share some things that the team members can do and the other people outside can also keep for themselves on how to make yourself more lively and somewhat more glowing all the way, regardless of anything?
I think it's a state of mind. Stress is a state of mind. I'd like to think it that way. Um, it is something that, I mean, there's such thing as, I believe there's such thing as a healthy stress and the other side of it. But I'd like to talk more about the healthy stress or the healthy pressure, because I believe that people can that people will able to perform at their best mostly at times when it's crunch time, or if they know that people are depending on them. There's some level of stress that would push them to do the best that they can in making sure that everything is in order and everything is done the right way. So I think that pressure and stress has a good side of it, but it's a matter of having the right mindset so that you'll be able to uh, handle and give a boundary to what level of stress your body and your mind can take. So there. So it's a matter of mindset. Sometimes people just need to take a rest. It's okay to take a rest. Everybody needs to take a rest. If you need to pause, you need to stop. Like in our team, whenever we need to stop and pause, there are people around you that will be able to help you, support you, back you up whenever you need to pause and take a break. So it's a matter of knowing that who those people are. So there.
All right. Thanks for your wisdom, Eunice. I sure to print those notes that I listed down earlier. And well, thank you so much for your time. And any more message for your team and to your coworkers and the outside audience, if in case they would like to hop in or work with BME? Would you be recommending BME?
Of course, I'll be recommending BME, not because I'm currently with BME, but um just a quick background. Uh Before I joined BME, uh I I was a homemaker for 2 years, and BME gave me this great opportunity to go back into the workforce and be able to make me feel that I can still do better things, great things. I mean, like it's not the end of your career, Eunice, but we see something in you. That's how BME made me feel. That they saw something in me. I mean, it was a rough start for me because um I don't have any experience with digital marketing before, though I have knowledge, but I don't have work experience before. But with BME giving that opportunity to me and trusting that I can do it is really something big. And it's not easy to find a company who will give you that kind of trust and opportunity. It's just a matter of how you will take advantage of it, how you will embrace that opportunity. So if if given that opportunity again, I will I mean no regrets. I will join BME again. I mean, looking back a year from now.
That's
So
great.
there. So last message would be because for me this year I'd like to focus on self-awareness. And maybe some people might want to consider that as well. Knowing what you can do and knowing more about yourself, being confident in your own skin, knowing what you can do is such, I think it's such great power, because that's how you can um, improve yourself. You will know what aspects you should improve in yourself, and of that's how you'll be able to influence other people. And I mean, if you're self-aware, you know what or where you are good at, you'll be able to share those good things with other people. So there.
All right. Speaking of self-awareness, our local viewers are telling that your lookalike is Yayo Avila. Would you attest to that, or do you have any celebrities that you'd like to be uh, affiliated with?
You're really a funny guy. I don't have words for it.
All right, so silence means yes. All right, so for our viewers out there, so you just heard from Eunice, so her experiences with BME, so this is a great company. And at the moment, we will be ending the show for now. I hope you all enjoy knowing our lead project manager, Eunice Arisgaldo. And thanks for gracing our show with your presence. And see you next time, everyone. Thank you
Thanks,
so
Wally.
much
It's a
for watching.
pleasure.